Well, somehow you're going to have to thread a long iron in between those bunkers right and Lake Michigan.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. So where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
And setting up here in the rough. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. That puts them at 4 under for the round. This would give him the par. Good, solid par right there. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result. Well, he really moved that one. 320 yards and in the fairway. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot. Oh, solid strike. Right in the heart of the green.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, now the second shot here at the ninth.
You can get caught with swirling winds here because of the trees and the protection on the hill on the right side. Another one to be very, very careful of.
Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level.
Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Has it stopped yet? It's still going.
Ooh, he squeezed that one, Frank.
That is the champion of the mashes. He mashed up. I don't know if that button can be used again after that. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, we've got about 135 yards left.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Good work right there, now to 6 under. We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Birdie try up next. Third shot, Martin Keimer. Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. Rich, it's gone.
In the hole. You do not